Let's go. 60 or.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a carry for Allen. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
65.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 1. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Check 41. You better bring it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to Smith. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. A 1st down carry for Smith. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Allen, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They run again on first down, Peterson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 11. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. Let's go, go. Man up, D, man up, D.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. They'll look to throw here. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and sneak it here. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Smith out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Man open, it's Moss, complete. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adrian Peterson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. A Raider first down, 17 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On first down, it's Allen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Third down. 3rd and 1.
Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Check 43.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
4 down. Check.
He'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Safety's creeping.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right,
And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
You don't want it. 41's connected.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Shit, shit, shit.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on.
They'll drop the throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. 41's coming. 41's a Mike. Zip it.
Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check 31.
On 3rd down, it's Bennett. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught out left side by Casper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
42, Raiders nothing.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
64, weak, 94.
I'll pick up the 2 yards. First down, Raiders.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They'll run on first down. Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Here's Allen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 12-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bennett. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
He's checking. Crash. Magic. Come on. Let's go. Mike. Hey, 4-1 Mike. We own them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And we'll get this up to the 30.